Around a dozen people cooked food outside the Ofer prison in the occupied West Bank. The organizers said they hope the smell of the food cooking would make it more difficult for the prisoners. More than 1,500 Palestinian detainees across the country have taken part in the hunger strike, which they say is to protest against poor conditions and an Israeli policy of detention without trial.
The National Union Party calls on the Israeli government to fully reduce the rights and conditions of the terrorists. They're a bunch of terrorists that are threatening us with a hunger strike. In fact, we are happy that they are on a hunger strike. Let them have the strike as long as they want. There is no intention to improve their conditions, but it is our intention to make them worse, and we have plenty of good reasons for this.
Meanwhile, not far from the prison, violence broke out between Palestinian protesters and Israeli police. Demonstrators threw Molotov cocktails while police retaliated with tear gas. Demonstrators are angry that the Israeli government is refusing to negotiate with Palestinians regarding the prison conditions. Around 500 Palestinians are currently being held in administrative detention, which means they can be imprisoned without charge. Nasim Ahmed is a political analyst from the Middle East Monitor. He describes the situation for the Palestinian prisoners as desperate.
Could possibly see more clashes. There's been rallies, and hunger strikes is one of the ways Palestinians actually galvanize support around Palestine, around the world as well. They really don't have much options left, really, and the 7,000 Palestinian prisoners, most of whom are actually political prisoners, they really are in a desperate situation. I mean, they've been abandoned by many of the Arab leaders, and they really don't have much option in terms of improving the situation within the prison. Israel, let's be honest, denies many of their basic human rights when they reach prison. They are tortured. They're treated in a very inhumane way. There's medical negligence, and these are they're denied family visits as well. So there's a catalogue of abuses that take place in Israeli prisons, and they're actually they want an end to this, and they want a better situation for themselves and the 7,000 Palestinian prisoners, most of whom, as I say, are political prisoners, and they want to end this inhuman treatment that's been meted out to them. We've had hunger strikes in 2012, in 2014 as well. There were minor concessions that were made by Israel. They improved the situation slightly, but as a way to actually end the hunger strike. But ultimately, the conditions never really change. The situation on the ground never really changes. So this has always been the problem when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian question, whether we're talking about hunger strikes, is treatment of Palestinian prisoners, getting international community to actually enforce its own standards and own morality and law when it comes to Israel. Israel seems to be above the law on every single issue. So this is another example of that being played out on the international arena.